Karmic debt arrives quietly for Capricorn, like frost along a stone path before dawn, thin, glittering and easy to ignore until your breath turns sharp and your fingers ache. You keep walking because walking is what you do. You are the mountain keeper, the sea goat who remembers the cold pressure of the deep and the ringing wind on the peak. But the debts you carry are not numbers on a ledger. They are old promises your spirit made to become stronger, wiser, softer. They are vows whispered to time itself. I will climb with integrity. I will learn to build without losing my soul. I will lead without forgetting my own heart. Every Capricorn knows the myth of self-sufficiency. It's forged in the childhood of expectations, in the long echoes of family karma, where survival meant work, discipline, being the one who never drops the ball. You learned to shoulder weight others avoided. You became the clock that never falters, the hand that signs the contract, the voice that says, I'll take care of it, even when your bones are humming with fatigue. The karmic debt hidden inside that competence is subtle, the belief that your worth must always be earned. The mountain calls your name, and you answer, yet the debt asks you to discover why you're climbing and whether the peak you chose is truly yours. There is a sacred lesson in your stern ruler Saturn that most people misunderstand. They call Saturn a punisher, but Saturn is not punishment. Saturn is precision. It is a guardian of consequences, teaching that your life will hold the shape of your daily devotion. For Capricorn, karmic lessons press on the ribs of control, fear of scarcity, and the hunger for respect that sometimes becomes a cage. If this resonates with your journey and you want more guidance like this, subscribe to Signs and Secrets so you never miss a message crafted for your healing and your strength. The first karmic debt is the vow of invulnerability. Somewhere long ago, you told yourself, I will never be the weak link. I will never need too much. I will make myself into a fortress, and no one will enter unless they deserve it. This vow protected you in storms, but it taxed your heart with loneliness. The lesson: vulnerability is not a bill you pay, it is a bridge you build. To practice the repayment, speak kindly to your younger self when you are tempted to armor up. Say, you are safe with me. We can ask for help. We can be seen and still be strong. Another debt lives in the shadow of perfection. Your eyes locate the missing tile, the late delivery, the inefficient system. Excellence feels holy. You chase it like a pilgrim. But perfection can become a religion that forbids rest. The karmic work is to bless what is unfinished, to call good what is still growing, to remember that mastery is not a final summit, but a living path. When you let small imperfections remain, you return a piece of time to your soul and free your body from the tyranny of endless improvement. And then there is the ancestral weight, Capricorn's inheritance from lineages that equated love with labor. Your elders taught you that responsibility is the only proof of loyalty. So you stay late, you fix, you clean, you carry, you plan. You pay the old debts with your hours, your spine, even your joy. The lesson here is radical. Loyalty without self-betrayal. Create a boundary and call it devotion to life. When you say no, not from bitterness but from clarity, you tell your ancestors, I honor you by ending what exhausted you. I will build differently. I will not bleed to belong. The karmic debt around control is a slow drip teacher. Capricorn often believes that safety grows in direct proportion to control. Plans, budgets, contingencies, they help until fear hardens them into laws. Control is a raft in rough seas. You needed it. But if you strap yourself to the raft, long after the storm has passed, you drift away from the shore that could nourish you. The lesson is collaboration with life. Practice leaving a variable open in every plan. Schedule the unknown. Put room for grace on your calendar. If you feel panic rise when things deviate, take 3 breaths and ask, what if this change is the door and not the detour? There is a tender debt in the Capricorn heart toward tenderness itself. You can be so powerful at meeting reality that softness looks like a luxury. But softness is an instrument, a listening device for the soul. You can't hear your intuition when your jaw is clenched. You can't feel the guidance of your spirit when your pace is a sprint powered by fear of falling behind. The repayment is simple and difficult. Feel, grieve when you need to grieve. Celebrate long and loudly when you succeed. Let emotion move through like weather. Your strength is not reduced by tears. It is refined. Money karma often threads through Capricorn's fate. Perhaps your childhood held the rattle of an empty pantry or the unspoken rules of a family where money meant power, silence, and strings attached. As an adult, you may worship security because you remember the cold, or you may disdain money because you remember its sharp edges. The debt is cleared when you treat money as a sacred tool, not a god or a ghost. Learn to earn with integrity, to spend with intention, to give without depletion, and to receive without guilt. Let generosity and sustainability kiss on your ledger. If this message is helping you map your inner mountain, take a moment to like this video. It tells the algorithm to send more soul-centered guidance to people who are searching in the dark like you once did. Support Signs and Secrets. Become a channel member for exclusive videos and early access. Capricorn's relational karma often carries the imprint of duty. You may choose partners you can rescue, teams you can anchor, roles where you are indispensable because being needed feels familiar. But duty without reciprocity breeds resentment, and resentment compounds like interest. The lesson is mutuality. Practice letting someone carry a box you could easily lift. Practice being cherished for your being, not just your doing. Ask for what you want without first offering what they want. The first time you do this, your bones may buzz with alarm. Your ancient programs will try to label it selfish. But listen closely. The earth under your feet will hum. Finally, power is another Capricorn classroom. You are capable of leadership. It sits naturally on your shoulders. The karmic debt is misusing power as a shield. When you climb higher to escape intimacy, when you perform competence to avoid closeness, when you use titles to outrun the tender truth, it costs you. The repayment is transparent authority. Lead with your humanity visible. Make decisions in the light. Admit what you don't know. You won't lose respect. You will gain trust, which is rarer and truer. Then there is time, your oldest teacher. Capricorn often experiences time as a stern horizon, a measuring tape that tightens with every birthday and deadline. Your karmic debt is the habit of postponing joy until some imaginary summit. When you arrive, there will be another summit, so you become rich in achievements and poor in presents. The lesson is to put joy on the calendar with the same reverence you give to obligations. 10 minutes of wonder becomes a lifetime of permission. When you play, you are not wasting time. You are widening it, letting eternity breathe through a Tuesday afternoon. Let's descend to the sea goat's tail, the part of you that remembers the ocean floor. Down there, the water presses like memory, and light arrives in slow blue paragraphs. This is where your intuition lives, the wisdom beneath your executive mind. Capricorn karmic debt often includes forgetting the sea in favor of the mountain, forgetting that your deepest strategy is not logic, but listening. The repayment. Ask dreams for directions. Keep a notebook beside the bed. Notice the practical magic, meeting the right person after a gentle nudge to take a different street, finding the book that opens exactly to the paragraph you needed. Align action with omen. You are allowed to be mystical and effective, saltwater and granite. Another lesson sits in your relationship with failure. Capricorn fears failure, not because of ego, but because of duty. You don't want to drop what others are holding with you. But the karmic debt appears when fear of failure becomes fear of learning. Saturn's curriculum uses failure like a chisel, not a verdict. The debt dissolves when you fold failure into your process, when post-mortems become harvests, when you tell yourself after a hard fall, "The mountain did not reject me. It reoriented me." Let your mistakes speak in full sentences. Ask them what they want you to build next. There is also the debt of invisibility. Oddly, many Capricorns are both highly visible and emotionally unseen. People see your outputs, not your inner weather. Your competence becomes camouflage. The lesson is to narrate your inner life to the people who earn it. Practice saying, "I'm scared about this deadline," or "I'm excited and I need you to celebrate with me," or "I want reassurance," not solutions. Each sentence is a debit paid, a record updated, a cosmic receipt stamped, processed. Your relationships will deepen because now they are real. Family karma returns here with the question of legacy. You were often groomed to be the one who repairs what was broken. That is holy work, but the debt is clinging to brokenness as identity. You are more than the fixer. To clear this debt, choose a legacy of thriving. Plant trees you will never see mature. Mentor without martyring. Build systems that protect people from the burnout you survived. Create structures that let others rest. This is the most Capricorn form of love. Architecture that keeps tenderness safe. Ambition, too, needs its sacrament. The karmic debt hides in ambition untethered from meaning. You can climb any mountain. The cosmos wants to know if the view will heal you. Choose ambitions that nourish the village you carry in your chest. Pick goals that require you to become kinder, not just tougher. Then every milestone becomes a ritual, every promotion a prayer, every paycheck a vote for the world you're declaring possible. Some debts are specific to love. Capricorn can attract karmic partners who are mirrors of your most disciplined wounds, people who admire your reliability while neglecting your need for wonder. The lesson is to ask for wonder, ask to be taken somewhere you didn't plan, ask to be surprised, ask for the poem, the spontaneous dance in the kitchen, the slow Sunday where nothing is optimized except joy. When you receive it, don't minimize it. Let it register. Your heart is not a spreadsheet. It's a constellation that sparkles brightest when it's witnessed. If this journey is giving your spirit language, hit like to help this message reach another Capricorn who needs it at 2 a.m. when the office is quiet and their soul is loud. Support Signs and Secrets. Become a channel member for exclusive videos and early access. And because this is a channel that believes your story is part of our collective map, share your date of birth and zodiac sign in the comments so we can hold your path in this circle with intention and care. Integration is where Capricorn truly shines because you respect practice. Karmic clearing for you is not a dramatic moment. It's a devotion. Begin with a weekly ritual called Return What Isn't Mine. Light a candle. Write down responsibilities you took on to be loved. Speak them out loud and say, "I return this with honor and without resentment." Then write what is yours, the work that excites your marrow, the duties that teach you compassion, the disciplines that safeguard your joy. Keep that list where your eyes meet it every morning. Create a budget for energy as well as money. Track where your hours go and how your body feels afterward. Repay the debt of self-neglect by funding rest. Schedule a monthly Sabbath of self-respect. No work, no fixing, just being. Walking, reading, laughter, unstructured time. If guilt visits, greet it at the door with tea and boundaries. Thank you for trying to protect me. We don't need you today. We are safe. Practice affirmative receiving. When someone praises you, inhale and let the words land in the place that usually braces for the next task. Say, "Thank you. I'm taking that in." When support is offered, accept it and notice how the earth doesn't shake and the sky doesn't fall. You will feel your karmic spine realign as new muscle builds, the capacity to be carried sometimes too. Employ Saturn's wisdom as craft, not punishment. Set sustainable systems for wellness, water on your desk, stretch breaks between meetings, a bedtime ritual that turns your mind from ledger to lullaby. Make your ambition answer 2 questions before you say yes. Will this cultivate my character? Will this deepen my joy? If the answer is no to both, let it pass like weather over the mountain. Not every storm is your assignment. Reconnect the goat to the fish. Let the ocean keep teaching you. End your week with water, a bath, a swim, a shower that is more than hygiene, a cleansing. Imagine old vows dissolving like salt, new vows forming like gentle currents. Whisper promises that honor both your brilliance and your being. I will measure success by how well I love. I will lead with a visible heart. I will build refuges where tenderness is standard practice. Forgive the you who clung to control. She was trying to protect you. Forgive the you who overworked. He believed that love had a time card. Forgive the lineages that taught you scarcity. They were passing down strategies that once kept them alive. Forgiveness is not erasure. It is a release from interest on debts you no longer owe. Let compassion amortize the remaining balance until the ledger reads, paid in full. As you move forward, expect tests. Saturn examines, not to fail you, but to confirm your readiness. When an old pattern returns, a partner who loves your productivity more than your presence, a job that demands worship, a crisis that begs you to abandon yourself, pause. Choose again. Every conscious choice zeroes the old account and opens a new one invested in freedom. And celebrate, Capricorn. Practice outrageous, grounded celebration. When you finish a project, don't immediately open the next file. Stand up, put your hand on your heart. Tell yourself, I did this. Invite someone to witness the moment, a friend, a lover, the night sky. Let joy turn from visitor to resident. The universe is not hoarding delight from you. It is waiting for you to notice the feast you helped prepare. If this message held a mirror to your climb and offered you a gentler map, subscribe to Signs and Secrets so these soul-guided teachings keep finding you right when you need them. Before you go, like this video if it resonated, your single tap tells the currents to carry this to other hearts, climbing their own mountains. Share your date of birth and zodiac sign in the comments so we can bless your path by name and connect you with others walking a similar journey. Thank you for being here, for doing the brave, unglamorous, luminous work of becoming. If you want to hear everything the universe has to say to you, watch these other videos on our channel.